Hey you! Hello and welcome to Sirian Psychic, where I, Sirian Psychic, helps you with a pick a card, tarot, and oracle reading. And today we are doing a reading on the full moon, where full moon has entered Capricorn. And this is a timeless reading, so you can be watching this at any point of time in your life, and it's still gonna be just as effective. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so kindly take what resonates and leave out the rest. Further disclaimers in the description box. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start with the reading breakdown. So we're gonna look at what have you created or manifested since the previous new moon. Then we're going to look at what should you be focusing on cultivating next. That means what is it that you should be actively manifesting or taking action towards in your life. So what should you be focusing on cultivating next in your life for this particular lunar phase? That means from this full moon to the next new moon. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to look at the challenges you might face and how to tackle them. Again, for this particular lunar phase, the challenges you might face. Okay. Then we're going to finally look at magic that Luna is bestowing upon you. So by magic here, I mean lunar power or strength or whatever blessing basically Luna is bestowing upon you during this lunar phase. So that's what we're going to look at. And yeah, that's it for the reading breakdown. Okay, so for today we have 3 groups. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Okay, so for Group 1, I sort of forgot the name of this crystal, but I will write it down in the description box and also in the reading the timestamps, so you will know which crystal it is. So sorry about that. For Group 2, we have this beautiful Garnet. And for Group 3, instead of a crystal, I was drawn to this particular seashell, which I have no idea what it's called. A conch? Oh no, I have no idea. It's just this beautiful seashell. Okay, so you can pause the reading here and take your time to see which crystal or which group draws you in the most. And yeah, we can begin then. If this is your first pick a card reading, then I would suggest to close your eyes, keep your question in your mind. That is the intention of the reading. And then see which group calls you or which crystal calls you. Picking with your intuition is really subjective, so I would suggest just go with whatever feels right to you personally in your gut feeling. But let's say that you are still unsure about the whole intuitively picking your group. You can just pick a group randomly, and the first question that we're going to look at, what you have manifested or created in your life since the previous new moon. If that is something that resonates with you, that yes, you feel this is what you have manifested or created in your life, then you will know that this is your group. And if not, you can just pick a different group. So yeah, let's get started with group number 1. Hello, Group 1. Okay, so if you chose this crystal whose name I forgot, welcome on board. I'm trying to remember if I got any messages for you while shuffling. So I already have the cards shuffled over here. Only tarot I will be shuffling on screen. I don't think I got any particular message while I was shuffling your cards, but I was singing Yes and by Ariana Grande. So if that is something that's significant, I don't know, let me know in the comments. But let's see. We have the Bardo. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so this is for. Oh yeah, if you missed the reading breakdown, go watch it. I'm not gonna repeat stuff, but I am gonna still repeat the questions because your girl forgets things kind of easily while reading. Okay, so we are looking at what have you created slash manifested since the previous new moon. And oh my god, I feel like you've been through major shadow work stuff. Like you have been working on yourself a bit too rigorously is what I'm getting. Like if you know the death card in the Rider-Waite tarot, you know it's for like endings and new beginnings, right? But oh, I don't know why, but like the skull kind of reminds me of the death card because we have a skeleton figure sitting over there in the original Rider-Waite one. So this feels like multiple death card energy. Like you have been working on something really, really strongly. But so this might be different things you've been working on, but it's all aimed towards one particular goal that you have now been able to manifest and create in your life. Kudos to you and congratulations, whatever that might be. The Bardo. I don't know what that means. I never really go through the guidebook. I should, but I have kept it over here because we will be reading for extra messages. But I'm more of an intuitive reader, so I'm just gonna feel out first. It's like something. How do I say this? It's like an eye-opening moment has happened for you recently. I'm hearing deception, but like I'm trying to frame the sentence correctly. It's like someone or something that was deceiving you is not or something or someone that was able to deceive you before now is not able to, because now you've had this eye-opening moment where you are more aware than ever and you can see through the lies, the deception, the hate. I'm hearing hatred of someone or some situation. I don't know exactly. I mean, it's gonna be very subjective for each and every person who has chosen group 1, but I feel you have finally been able to see through the trickery, the craft of someone or something, and now you have come to a place where you have become able to use your own discernment, your own judgment, your own intuition in a much efficient and effective way. This energy also reminds me of the Tower of Rider-Waite tarot. So yeah, I mean, it kind of adds up to the whole death thing. The Tower is also like the Tower is actually unexpected energy, but for you, I don't know. I'm also trying to stick to the question that we have asked, like, what you have been able to manifest since the new moon. I feel it's this eye opener thing. For some of you, maybe you might be actual psychic mediums and you have recently had your awakening of your third eye. And I feel like right now you still maybe miss the judgment in terms of what spirits to interact with, or who are your spirit guides, or who are your ancestors. Like you're still having a little bit trouble determining those things, but what you have been able to work on is opening this third eye further and be able to interact with beings of different dimension. For some, I feel this could have been a forced awakening, so if you're into psychedelics, stop. I mean, I'm no one to tell you to stop. It's your life, you make your life decisions, but I don't think this forced awakening is serving you for your highest good. That's the only reason why I said stop. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read from the deck first, and then we're gonna pull some tarot to look more deeply into it. What could this be that you have manifested in your 3D life? So let's see. The Bardo. Number 50, the Bardo. Okay. The Bardo, you probably won't be able to see because it's like so small. This is the mini version of this oracle card deck, by the way. That's why it's so small. The original one is like huge. Okay, the liminal, the in-between, the transition. It is said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next. A liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. For some of you, I feel, because the term relationships came, I feel you might have been you might have been able to overcome like some sort of toxic relationship, or I'm hearing third party situationships with someone. But I feel like you might have been finally been able to close a chapter and move forward, opening yourself up to new beginnings in life. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. Huh. Okay. The Bardo is not to be feared. Take advantage of its energy by recognizing what needs to be resolved. Trust that there is a message for you from beyond. Who is speaking? Go ahead and listen. When the veil between the life and the next is thinned, energy is stirred. This allows for remarkable healing and vision. When light, spaciousness, grace, forgiveness, truth. When dark, torment, dislocation, hallucination, transience. Go deeper. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, Lament of the Dead by James Hillman and Sonu Shamdasani. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Shamdasani. Those are book titles if you want to go deeper. But I feel like maybe for some of you, maybe, I mean, this is supposed to be what you have manifested, but maybe some of you have been feeling this call towards interacting with your spirit guides or just becoming aware of them. Like, what was in the guidebook went really deep, I feel. But the energy that your card is holding, personally, I don't feel it's that heavy. Like the maximum what I'm feeling is like, at least reach out to your spirit guides or become aware of them or start working with them, start co-creating with them. Get to know the laws of the universe, how they function, how your spirit guides function, and how you can co-create this life with them and make your life much more easier for yourself, basically. Let's look at tarot. Okay, I have already shuffled all the cards, so I'm just gonna so group 1 spirit guides, what has group 1 created or manifested since the previous new moon? Okay, we have 5 of wands, we have page of swords, okay, we have 10 of wands. Okay. The song that I was singing was Jadoo. Again, it's a Hindi song. I laughed because usually I get English songs, but for some reason I've been getting Hindi songs during the readings that I do for YouTube. But okay, you can look it up. It's a nice song. I'm not good at translation, so just Google the translation. Okay. Okay, so with the 5 of wands, page of swords, and 10 of wands, this kind of ties up well into what we have already read. Actually, I think pulling tarot was unnecessary, but okay, I'm getting something to do with studies. I'm hearing higher studies. Maybe some of you recently graduated, and henceforth with the bardo, you are moving into the next phase of your life, which seems a little different and unpredictable. I don't think you will be like, your career would include what you've studied in your higher studies, or if you've graduated, then in your graduation studies. And with that massive helicopter slash aeroplane sound, I'm gonna let it pass. Yeah, with that massive, I don't know, what was it? I think it was a helicopter, I don't know. It feels like you are going on a completely different tangent. Oh, and with 10 of wands, she is kind of traveling here. So this might be conscious, or maybe something that was unexpected. Again, I don't know why I keep reading into your energy as if this is gonna happen instead of what you have already manifested. I hate it when this happens, because then I'm not able to keep track of like timing and everything. and then the reading gets stretched. And I don't want you to sit for like hours, so please bear with me. Okay, but maybe for some of you this has already happened, this has already manifested, that you studied something, but now for your career you're actually doing something completely different. And this might include traveling, this might include, for some of you, I feel maybe content creation or something um, technology related, but I see you traveling. Now there are like so many career options as far as traveling goes, so I have no idea what you might be into, what you're doing, group 1. But let's talk about this 5 of Wands. This is I don't know, it's like I feel you have come to a point. Remember we talked about being able to see through deception, see through other people's trickery. I feel this 5 of Wands kind of interweaves into that perfectly, because I feel like people falling off from your life, that you have set proper healthy boundaries, and whoever has been, I don't know how to word it, been bad to you or tried to deceive you, betray you, trick you, whatever, they are almost naturally falling off from your life. Like either one thing or the other is happening in their own life, and hence they are being pushed out of your life by the universe, or something. I don't know, I just see people falling off from your life, people who do not serve you for your highest good, and henceforth for the highest good of the collective. With the Page of Swords and 10 of Wands, I feel you have been able to manifest some sort of materialistic resources that you needed for this thing that you have set off on, this new career tangent. Or if it's not career for you specifically, then it could be a relationship. The vibe here doesn't really give me a relationship thing, but I don't know, for some of you it could be, since it came up. And it also came in the guidebook, right? So could be that you're transitioning into a new relationship. I'm hearing with yourself. So for some of you it could be a relationship with someone new in your life, but for some of you I definitely feel it's also walking into a new relationship with yourself. I'm hearing unlearning the past, the old outdated beliefs, the limiting beliefs that held you back. You have successfully been able to let go of them, and now you've crossed this mountain, and you've already been through all of that, and now you're on the other side of the mountain, and you are exploring and deciding as you go how you want to shape your current beliefs. And these beliefs could be any negative beliefs. I mean, I don't think I can pinpoint something specific, because it is going to be subjective for all of you. But as far as the messages that have come so far, I think you might get an idea in regards with what beliefs are we talking about. That is, it's definitely related to shedding, releasing, and outgrowing yourself. And I'm hearing this particular quote slash dialogue from Naruto, better than I was yesterday. So, oh my god, I don't want to give the summary of the episode or anything, but basically, team 10, right? Oh shit, I forgot. No, it's team 9. Basically, guys' team, okay? Rockley, Tenton, and Neji. And it's one of their training episodes where Guy teaches them. Actually, they have already learned that they are training to better themselves, like, constantly. So better than I was yesterday was their motto. And okay, yeah, they were reminiscing about the past and about this whole better than I was yesterday thingy. And in the current version of them, when they have grown as young adults, um, their motto shifts to better than I was an hour ago, better than I was a second ago. And they keep improving on their skills. Eh. So, anyways, I don't know who needed to hear that, but this I feel this motto is the crux of your what you have manifested successfully since the previous new moon, which is better than I was yesterday. Good job, Group 1. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy for you. Okay, let's look at what should you focus on cultivating next. That means what can you be actively, what can you focus on actively manifesting? And what is it something that you should take action towards, basically? So uh, we have asana and growth. Asana and growth. I like the color synchronicity. Like, I don't know if you can see the color on the camera, but this is kind of like olive greenish, sort of beige as well, but the colors are kind of similar. And I like how it has an eclipse and a crescent moon. I mean, with the growth, and we'll come to asana, but like, spirit, what is this? Why what is this? What should we be focus on cultivating next? Growth. Wow, I didn't know that, spirit. Thank you so much. I'm just okay. I think I get why they gave growth. With growth and asana, I feel I'm going to talk about this separately as well, but right now the message that I'm getting is that it's connected to your inner child, growing on doing the things that you like doing as a kid. And like, I'm seeing you reseeding them. That means sowing the seeds for that particular thing again, whatever that looks like, something that you like doing as a kid. For some of you, I'm getting like a time capsule thing. Maybe you had a time capsule, existing one. You might want to go back to that and open it up and see. Maybe there is something significant for you, and that might give you a real clue in terms of, for you personally, what you should be focusing on cultivating next in your life. But that's like a very specific message for someone out there. I don't know. What I'm also seeing is, stop hiding. The next phase of your life includes wanting to be seen. And this fits perfectly with the asana. So asana is it's actually postures, like yoga asana. But with the mirroring image, I feel it's like it's like half of you is the internal self and half of you is the external self, and the both of them are learning from each other how to communicate with each other and how to allow expression between the two of them. That means how can the external part of you learn to express the internal part of you outwardly, and how can the internal part of you learn to express the external part of you inwardly. I feel like I've massively confused you, Group 1. Hopefully I haven't, but I don't know, I can't do anything about it, okay? That's the message that came. Um, I'll be honest, the moment I saw asana and the imagery that it holds, I feel like your shadow work is continuing. I mean, this is over. This has manifested. You are good to go. But your shadow work hasn't completed yet. You working on yourself. I feel, I don't know I don't know what you do. Maybe you literally do yoga, or you're being called to do yoga with this. Probably. You should try it out. But I feel, yeah, but I feel that this particular lunar phase is like the perfect time for you to work on things related to inner child, related to expression, related to embodying your authenticity and growing in all of those areas. Because I don't know, something about the imagery, it feels like everything is in perfect alignment, and this particular lunar phase right now is the time for you to go in, go deeper, and I'm hearing tackle this internal conflict between your internal and external self. It's like internally you want something, but externally you're not expressing it, you're not able to say it out loud, or you're not putting action towards it. And externally, what you're doing or you're not doing is something that the internal part of you has an issue with. But this is something that you need to focus on in this particular lunar phase of your life, and it's all about growth. It kind of goes, it's interconnected, okay? I cannot read anything else over here. It's literally reads growth. Anyways, let's look at the challenges that you might face, and how can you tackle them during this lunar cycle. Ooh, oh my god! Oh my god! We have Starseed. What lights you up? Oh my god! I am knocking on wood for you, Group 1. Love. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I got the message for this. I was wondering why is this group going through so much of shadow work energy, that you've already been able to do it and you're still being called to keep working on it. The excitement I feel, fellow starseed. Hello. In case you're wondering why is my name Sirian Psychic, it's because I'm a Sirian starseed. So good to meet you. You might be a literal starseed, or if it's not something that you resonate with, I don't think this is your group. But star seeds are, I mean, I can explain, but I'm not really good at explaining stuff, you know. Makes me wonder why am I even doing these readings. But self-doubt, get out of here. Right now we need to focus here. So what lights you up, Starseed? To put it simply, starseeds are, it's kind of difficult to define for me because I don't like to put a label or put something in a box and, define it. That's just not my style because I feel we are multifaceted, multidimensional beings. But starseeds in general are basically souls who belong to different star collectives. That means the Pleiades, the Sirius star collective. Forgot my own constellation name. Wow. Sirius constellation. There's Orion, there's Lyra. And basically, if you know anything about astronomy, there are these different constellations, and these specific constellations are regarded as high-tech, advanced civilization. So basically, star seeds are these souls belonging to these specific constellations. As in, originally, maybe you're not from Earth, but from a different star collective, your soul. We're talking on soul terms here. And your soul decided to come here on Earth to help in the ascension of Earth. Okay? And help Mother Earth to bring this planet into a higher vibrational state via different means. That means you are here for a higher purpose. Okay, you are here for a higher spiritual purpose, and maybe I should have just guessed with the bardo. This fits so perfectly. And being a starseed also means that most likely you've been the black sheep in your life, amongst your family, friends, and everyone around you. You feel things very differently, and this is not a explain what is a starseed video, okay? Basically, your life has recently, okay, no, maybe not recently, it has been upside down since a long time because you've been through a lot of things, but working on those things and doing your shadow work is opening your third eye towards the brighter side of life. Look at the shift in colors. This feels kind of dark, and well, it's not bad or anything, it's just look at the shift in colors. This feels more higher vibrational, and I don't know, this love is considered to be like the highest vibrating frequency. I don't know what to say, but to tackle this, okay, we were talking about challenges, right? Okay, yeah, being a starseed in itself is such a huge challenge because Earth is considered to be like one of the most difficult schools, and starseeds are naturally empathetic, and being an empath on planet Earth is a very risky game. So for those who know what I'm talking about, please help me by helping out the newbie star seeds in the comment section, please. I beg of you. I'm so I'm okay. Yeah. This reminds me, we started with your crystal, and I don't know at what point in shuffling your cards, but I felt super nervous, like super nervous. for some reason. And I felt that energy just now. That's why I remembered that, yeah, this is the message that I got when I was shuffling your cards. Now I'm not really sure what's the significance of this nervous energy. Maybe life in general feels kind of stressful. Also reminds me of the Fool. And I think one of the challenges will be this energy. Like with the Fool, it'll take me eons to look for the Fool card, I think. But the Fool energy is basically to just take a leap of faith and jump off the cliff. That means dive into whatever's in front of you, whatever you're being called to dive into. But with the starseed energy, I feel the challenge that you'll be facing is that you might be your own um, you might be your own reason for certain setbacks. um, setbacks. This could look like maybe anxiety turning into procrastination, or defense mechanisms popping up. And finally found the Fool card. Look at her. She's just completely surrendered to the universe, and with all of her love and faith, she's ready to explore her new life. And look at that cliff. See, that's what I was talking about. But instead of being in the Fool energy, the challenge that you'll be facing is that you are going to be in resistance with the Fool energy. And this resistance is what needs to be cleared. Basically, certain amount of fears or anxiety is what's gonna hinder you on your, not hinder, but like it's gonna act as a challenge. Like, look at challenge as like lessons that you are learning, that you will be learning in this particular lunar phase. Okay, so the challenge is to how to overcome your fears, how to understand your emotions better, how to understand your anxiety better, and overcome that. And I feel the way to tackle that is through love, because like energetically speaking as well, love is the direct oppositional frequency of the frequency of fear. So to overcome this fear, anxiety, love is the best medicine. Now, what does love look like? This could be so many things, honestly. Could be literal love entering your life, or some sort of partnership helping you move through this, or maybe the love you share with a certain spiritual teacher helping you grow in your life, in your journey. Or could be you believing in yourself and finally trusting yourself, your intuition, and yeah, walking through life, believing, I don't know what I'm saying, believing in yourself, believing in the knowing that you've got this, and stepping into your self-love journey. Wow, this reminds me of myself 4 or 5 years ago. But this, for majority of you, I feel it's this self-love journey that's gonna help you overcome this challenge. Your love for yourself. And this is hard to explain because love encompasses, it's an umbrella term for a lot of things in your life, okay? Including understanding yourself, understanding your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your childhood, your parents, your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides, uh, a lot of things. There was something really important and I forgot in that list that I was counting. Uh, Never mind. I've forgotten. Okay, but love is the answer, baby. Let's look at the magic that Luna is bestowing upon you during this lunar phase. Oh my god! Oh my god! A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. My Libra is in moon. Oh, sorry, huh? My moons. I totally jumbled my words. I feel this is going to be your energy when this happens. But what I wanted to say is that my moon sign is Libra. Anyways, uh, a new romantic cycle begins. Obviously, this could be literal for some of you. We do have the love here. But for many of you, I also feel this new romantic cycle could be with yourself as well. Getting to know yourself on a deeper level. I feel some of y'all have been on this journey alone for quite some time, and now Luna is bestowing upon you the balance of partnership, the balance of souls, the balance of soulmates in your life. So basically, I see you with your soulmates. Now, soulmates, a lot of people have a lot of confusion regarding like what are soulmates. So, in very simple terms, a soulmate is basically someone you have a soul recognition with, like internally, you just feel it. There's no other way of explaining it. But basically, a soulmate can be anyone, like literally a stranger you come across on while walking on the street, and suddenly you just feel like, I don't know, they feel familiar somehow. And it doesn't always have to be a good kind of feeling. Sometimes it can also be an anxious sort of feeling, you know, like you'll just be like, I don't know why I think I don't like that person for some reason, even though I have no idea who they are. That also happens sometimes. So even that person could be a soulmate. So soulmates are literally everywhere. So don't try to dig too much deep into it, like, oh, my soulmate, my one and only. No, it's I'm sorry to break it up for you. Soulmate can be a lot of people. You can have soul recognition. So I bet like every person in our life is a part of our soul tribe. What differs is that how crystal clear reflection are they of you. So Teal Swan explains this really beautifully. That I want you to imagine this huge infinite ocean, which is the collective consciousness or all source or higher power or whatever label you want to put. Some would like to call it God, but it's up to you. Whatever you want to call it. I just call it all source. And imagine this infinite ocean splitting into different streams of water bodies. So oceans divided into seas, divided into, I don't know, rivers, waterfalls, lakes, da 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 da. Basically, it keeps splitting, right? And the water body keeps spreading. So that's kind of like how soul recognition also works. That, ultimately we're all connected to all source, the infinite ocean, but split up into these multiple streams of water bodies. But it's still the same water, right? It's the same soul. This is where the concept of oneness comes into play. Yeah, I totally feel nervous explaining all of this to you. Never mind. But you get the point, right? So The only difference with soulmates is that with some soulmates you will have a higher recognition where you can see an exact reflection of yourself, exact reflection of your soul. And whereas on the other end there will be certain soulmates with whom you might not relate that much, and that's also fine. But with this new romantic cycle, I feel you are coming into alignment with soulmates that you better recognize yourself with, that where there's a better reflection thingy going on. I'm just gonna put that there. Or this could be a literal new romantic cycle beginning in your life. Yeah. Also, I do highly recommend, if you already don't know much about star seeds and you haven't done any research, do go and check it out. Instead of like directly rejecting the idea of being a star seed, because sometimes what happens is that we are star seeds but we are not able to recognize it. Like most of the star seeds aren't even aware that they are star seeds. That's how it was for me as well, until I came through the concept and I dug more deeper into it, and yeah, found the synchronicities and just felt it really deeply in my heart. For me personally, the word itself kind of hit very deep inside of me, which prompted me to go and look into it deeply. But yeah, I do recommend you going and checking out stuff on Starseed. Make sure to check the right sources, which I don't have at the moment at the top of my head. But if I do find something in future, I'll post it in the community tab. But yeah, I guess that's it for your reading, group number 1. This is the magic that Luna is bestowing upon you during this lunar cycle, this lunar phase. Where do I keep it? Wait, I'll move my tarot. Okay. But yeah, this is what we have for you. Also, there's a fly that keeps hovering around my ear. I have no clue why, but I feel like your partner is going to be super clingy. If this is a romantic partnership that's entering your life, your partner is going to be super clingy. Could be a little annoying, but could also be just as much endearing for you, Starseed, who has, felt alone most of your life, like a black sheep. But anyways, all in all, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you, and let me know in the comments if the reading resonated, the energy check and all, and let me know as a future update in the comments if any of this happened for you. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and I really enjoyed reading for you. Thank you, group 1, and do give me a like. Subscribe for more vulnerable readings. See you later. Bye bye. Hello, group 2. Okay, so if you chose this beautiful Garnet, this is your reading. And I must say something really terrible happened. I mean, it was terrible for me and my beautiful Garnet, because while I was keeping your group's pile separately, the Garnet fell and it kind of chipped off. And I'm super sad. But it felt like a message for you. So I feel like I'm not sure if this is part of your the first question of your reading, which is something that you have created or manifested in your life since the previous new moon, or if it's something that you will be experiencing in life. Could be both depending on whoever is watching, because this is a subject, I mean, this is a general reading, so you will know if this is already happened or not, or if it's yet to happen. But I feel some sort of restructuring, reshaping of life is taking place, and it's if it's already happened, then you know it happened very unexpectedly. If it has not happened yet, then just know it's gonna happen very unexpectedly. And at first it may look like a bad omen, or something you were not ready for, or something that felt like bad luck, but trust me, I feel it's for the greater good. Sometimes we're not able to look at things clearly when we look at only from one single perspective. Like if this was one puzzle piece, in and of itself it won't make sense to me until unless I had other puzzle pieces to work with, right? So I feel in your immediate environment or setting, this might not make sense to you, but I promise because this is this is coming in very strongly for whoever this is meant for. Like spirit is highlighting it very, very strongly, very powerfully, that I promise that you will see that this is not something that happened to you, it's something that happened for you. Okay, because divine intervention is divine protection, and I don't know, it kind of makes me emotional. I don't know what you've been through, group 2, but don't worry. It's like how I keep caressing my crystal. That's how I want to caress you. In a cute way, okay? Not in a bad way. Like I wish I could hold your hand and just... Okay. Let's get into your reading. Don't worry. It's whatever this is, it's gonna be fine. You will see sooner than later. Okay. Let's see. The vessel. Wow. I think this is the first time I got the vessel in any of my readings. What have you already manifested? Interesting. This particular thing that she is standing in looks like honey to me. So I feel something sweet has come into fruition. If we talk about something that you have already manifested, something that you have already created since the previous new moon, I feel like something lingered in your life like a dark looming shadow with how this is. But you have come to realize that this dark lingering shadow, whatever this is not what it actually looks like. Like there is a spark inside, there is a light inside where you have recently started looking at. I have no clue what I'm saying. I mean, I'm directly channeling, okay, whatever words, thoughts are coming into my mind, my mind's eye, or whatever. But I feel like basically it's like you've come to realize that something that maybe in its first impression did not seem or look like what it is. I how to explain this. What the heck? Um, okay. Something or someone that um, didn't seem didn't seem to be who they truly are, or whatever, if this is a situation, what this situation truly is, as compared to your first impression of this, or a person, if it's a person, but only recently you have realized uh, that this, I'm hearing this dark looming shadow could also be like, you maybe you used to look at it like a distraction, but now your perspective about this dark looming shadow has changed. Now I'm saying dark looming shadow again and again as a metaphor, okay? This could look very differently in your 3D life. This could be a person, a place, a situation. Maybe if you recently shifted into a home, it could be that maybe you didn't like the energy at first, but now your perspective has shifted. It's basically some sort of perspective shift that has happened for you, and it's a sweet feeling. Like, I'm getting words like pleasant, sweetness, like mango, or we said honey came before. Now, I know with the imagery and the word, the vessel, the straightforward answers, I mean messages, are also pertaining to, maybe for some of you, you have met your biological goals. That is, I don't know why that came. Okay, I was gonna say your, okay, this still sounds weird, your body goals. Basically, something you must have been working hard in regards with your, for your body, for your vessel, your home, your temple. All the synonyms thrown are there for everyone. Pick whichever you like. But I feel, yeah, that could very well be something that you have been able to create and manifest. But more than the physical body part, I feel it's this metaphorical transformation slash shift in perception. I feel that is more significant. Okay, let's read from the guidebook as well. Found it. The number for the vessel is 69, so Pisces energy could be significant, or water elements could be significant. So sorry, this is a very tiny book, so you cannot see what's written. This is a mini version of the original Oracle deck, from the same author, by the way. Okay, the vessel, the body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid. Cups hold liquid. Stoves hold fire. Our bodies hold organs. Our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. I don't usually feel stuck while I'm reading, but I feel like this is your energy, that maybe you know what you're doing, you know you're on the right path, but there is a feeling of self-doubt, and you act as your own self-sabotage. You keep interrupting or hindering yourself in a way. Like, you know what you're doing, but because of your self-doubt, more often than not, you end up becoming stuck in whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know, that came very specifically and randomly, but that might be significant for someone. Okay. Nests protect the eggs. Savings account. See, I don't usually get stuck like this. It's annoying. Okay. Savings accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all? And the contents spill in every direction. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. The mentor and the healer must pay particular attention to this archetypal form healing. To this archetypal form. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. So by the mentor and the healer, the book is talking about the mentor and the healer cards. Should I read them for you? I don't know. I'm not particularly feeling drawn to reading them. Okay, the physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It is the one in which you reside from your first breath to your last. It may need your attention. When light, stable, strong, graceful. When dark, trapped, being in a bubble. And if you want to go deeper, read or listen, I don't know what this is, Loving Cup by the Rolling Stones. I don't know if it's a book, a novel, or a song. You'll have to look it up. It's Loving Cup by the Rolling Stones. Okay. That was interesting. I'll be honest. A lot of it did not make sense to me pertaining to your reading specifically. Okay, let's just pull tarot and see what comes. Oh my god, okay. Your energy is kind of like you know what your next move is supposed to be, but it's like my mind just went blank. Like for a second I forgot how to shuffle, which felt so weird. But it's like suddenly you feel that the things that you once knew how to do so perfectly, or like maybe with the vessel I feel something you've been training for quite some time, now suddenly it feels like I don't know anything about this. It feels like it has become a stranger to me. I don't know why I got that message. I mean, obviously it could be significant to someone listening to this, but we are looking at something that you have created or manifested, which also makes sense because when we talk about the manifestations that we have created, it's not just the positive, the conscious manifestations that we create. It's also the subconscious manifestations of our desires that get created, right? So you might want to look deeper into your subconscious beliefs in regards with whatever this is. I have no clue what I said just now. Hopefully you're able to make sense of it. But let's pull clarifier for the vessel. What have you created or manifested since the previous new moon? Group 2. I feel like this wants to come out. 7 of Cups. There's that energy. That energy of not being able to decide, fogginess, momentarily forgetting, am I on the right path? Maybe I should reconsider, maybe I should take 2 steps back and see what this looks like. It's like you want constant reminders of I'm on the right path. Maybe you've been watching a lot of readings like these, or you've been trying to get this validation from different places that you are on the right path, that or maybe it's the opposite. You want a confirmation for the opposite thing, that yeah, this is not the right path, I should change, I should go do something else. But with the 4 of Wands, I feel like firstly you need to realize that you have sort of created this confusion for you. Okay, since we're looking at what have you manifested since the previous new moon, and I don't sugarcoat readings at all, so I'm gonna be blunt here, group 2. So brace yourself, please. But with a lot of love and peace. Whatever this is that you're facing, that seems like it's turning your world upside down. With the 4 of Wands, I feel you need to become aware of the fact that you created this. Okay, 4 of Wands is a lot of things, but one of the things that I'm feeling deeply is the feeling of home energy. Like you create your home energy, and right now this manifestation, that I'm not saying you consciously created this could very well be a subconscious thing, but it is something that you created. It's interesting, I just realized over here the message was different, and with the tarot and with this, I think I don't remember, but the message is different. So it could be these 2 things that you have, maybe you have come into realization. Maybe that's what this is about for some of you, that this perspective shift, that's something that felt like the dark gloomy thing. Now you know, with a perspective shift, that you have gained awareness that this is happening for you, not to you. To be honest, I don't know at this point. I can see and feel the messages, and I've delivered them through these, but you need to use your discernment and your judgment, which message applies in what phase of your life, and if it even fits at all, because you don't need to force any messages. If none of this resonates, this is not your group. Okay, go check out some other group. But if you feel that something is hitting inside and is causing some sort of anxiety, then you will know that. I mean, that may not be a sign for everyone, obviously. That might be a sign for someone who might be still in resistance to becoming aware of this home energy that you have created this manifestation. So if you feel that resistance, that a little bit of like a punch in your stomach, I don't know, then yeah, this is your group most probably. There's also this self-doubt feeling of, can I continue this? Can I keep doing the same thing for the rest of my life? I feel like I I don't know what this shift in perception is about. This feels like a good energy that you have manifested, that you've created. But with what I'm getting with the tarot, I feel a lot of subconscious beliefs, doubts, fears. That is what you have manifested. And with this full moon in Capricorn, so it's actually exiting from Sagittarius and entering into Capricorn. So you can use this opportunity to like sit with yourself, have a conversation, a heart to heart with your inner child, or whatever aspects these aspects are, who carry doubt, self-doubt, fear, or whatever else that comes up. But talking to them, sorting your feelings out, and getting more clarity by releasing and letting go of these outdated limiting beliefs and thoughts, that's gonna be really, really helpful. And I really, really feel you need a lot of rest. The minute I started your reading, so before this I was in a very hyped up state, but now I just feel so sleepy, and I feel this is your energy. You need to rest. Even if maybe consciously in your awake state, even if you don't feel sleepy, honey, it's not you, it's your soul needs rest. It's like you've been constantly been overthinking, overanalyzing everything, and your soul, maybe even your vessel, your body feels too tired to keep up with your mind, your over analytical brain. I feel like you're someone who's highly, highly intellectual, and that's why you also feel so deeply and you overanalyze everything, and it's kind of taking away the sweetness, the sweetness of the honey. Like, even though this was supposed to be the major part when I was reading the vessel, I feel somehow this has been overlooked, what you have achieved, the good thing, and this has become the center of attention. It's kind of difficult to explain it. Like, I think I delivered the message in a very broken way, in like bits and pieces, and like now you can go and summarize it. But I don't know, my dear group 2 Garnet friends, at first when my Garnet chipped off, I was kind of mad that, because like crystals are master manifestors, okay? If they want to manifest something, they can manifest it. Like, so whenever my crystals like chip off or break off or get lost out of nowhere, out of in the thin air, like I know it happened for a reason. It happened because they wanted it to happen. And that's why I was sort of mad when my Garnet chipped off, because I was like, you don't need to go this deep for a reading. Like, you can just give me the message and let me deal with it. But I can understand my Garnet's perspective now, that This is just way too deep that you needed you needed a physical description or a tangible, how do I say this, like proof and evidence is not the right word, more like a tangible display of what this reshaping, restructuring looks like. I'm not sure exactly what my Garnet is trying to tell me. I'm so sorry. But I feel like I can feel my voice turning gentler. I feel like you need to be more gentle with you. You need to treat yourself with more care and love, and you need to allow your joy and you need to allow joy into your life. You need to allow celebrations into your life. It's like up till now you've been focused on the Seven of Cups so seriously. You've been leading a very serious, monotonous life, and that's why something that maybe used to give you happiness, something that used to feel like honey, doesn't feel like honey anymore. And why would it? Because you've been constantly doing this, working your mind over the same thing without allowing life around you, without allowing life around you to come into your life. With this Four of Wands, you it's like if I keep working and no play, I will die. There's no other way of saying it. You need a balance of work and play. You need whatever this celebration, this joy, this love looks like. Four of Wands is also 11-11 energy, so either you've been seeing a lot of 11-11 angel numbers, or you will be seeing from now onwards. Congratulations. Your spirit guides are not letting you go, not letting you off the hook so easily. Okay? This energy of celebration, joy, festive vibe, universe is going to keep aligning you with this stuff till you give in your intellectual mind and step into this. I'm sorry, I know this first part of the reading just went a bit too long, I think, but your guides were coming in really strongly and this message needed to be delivered. Okay, so sorry, not sorry. And look at the back of the deck, we have Three of Cups. This could also be definitely Three of Wands. Three could be a significant number as well, but with the Three of Cups, I feel coming into alignment with your soul tribe, with people whom you have a deep soul recognition with. And Three of Cups is celebration energy as well, by the way. This could look like in a 3D life, it could reflect as friends or family or maybe even romantic partnership. Take it how it resonates. It's a general reading. You will know as and when this happens. But let's move forward. I'm so sorry if a lot of messages came very strongly, but if this feels too heavy, I encourage you to just pause the video and take a few deep breaths, drink some water, maybe eat something nice, and then join me back here. But yeah, I'll be moving forward with your reading. Okay. So next we're gonna look at what should you focus on cultivating next. I mean, with the tarot cards, I think we kind of got a gist of what needs to be cultivated. But I mean, I am supposed to do the reading anyways, so let's look at. Oh my god. Bhuvaneshwari. I think this is the first time I've had this card, and this card, in a way, kind of holds synchronicity to Group 1's card that came because of the alignment thingy. But I guess this entire deck has a lot of alignments and synchronicity, so yeah, whatever. And success! Oh my god! Look at that! Okay. Yeah, now I finally feel like I'm getting back into my groove and uh, sort of detaching from your energy, Group 2. Sorry. Why am I saying sorry? Anyways, um, what should you focus on cultivating next? This looks like this is basically what you need to focus on manifesting in your life and taking action towards those particular manifestations. So, Bhuvaneshwari, interesting. I think I'll have to read from the book for this because I don't know about this particular goddess a lot. Actually, anything at all. But just from the energies of the card, I feel the ocean behind the Bhuvaneshwari Devi reminds me of, not reminds me of, but like literally feels like the emotional depth that you hold. But right now this looks like there are just too many emotions, and it feels very it feels like a danger zone to cross, like when there's high tide and you're not allowed on the beach or near the ocean line. Oh my god, forgive me for my unawareness. But anyways, but your guides are encouraging you that what you need to work on cultivating now is working with those very emotions. Yes, it looks scary. Yes, it looks daunting. It looks heavy, and it feels like, oh my god, if I step into that, I'm just gonna get the word drown and swept kept interchanging in my mind, so take whichever you want. Swept away by the waves, or I'll drown in that huge ass ocean. But I'm gonna give you a different perspective. There was this really nice psychologist who made a YouTube short on this, where she kept this huge pile of like crumbled paper. And you know how crumbled paper is like, right? If you crumble a paper, it's kind of big in volume, and her box was like filled with this crumbled papers, and she was like, this is what emotion looks and feels like, right? It's just too overwhelming. Like, the entire tub is full with this crumbled mess, and the way to work with them is to take one crumbled paper at a time, flattening it out and laying it down, and then picking up another emotion, uncrumbling it, flattening it out, and then laying it down. And through this physical, tangible demonstration, maybe that's the word I was looking for, demonstration. But through this physical, tangible demonstration, she was trying to explain how emotional healing work can be done, basically. I encourage you to check out Teal Swan's Emotional Body Healing. I feel that is something that you will be able to do for yourself, and that also might give you the space to understand that You know what looks daunting is not exactly daunting. It also takes me back to the initial message of the vessel, that what something seems or appears to be is not what it actually is, but it's something completely different. So even though working with your emotions, being vulnerable and everything feels daunting and scary and too overwhelming, trust me, your answers lie on that side of the Bhuvaneshwari Devi. It is working with your emotions, and this is gonna lead to this success. Look at this structure, it's very similar. And the difference between that, this is the moon, this is the sun. With the moon energy, things are hidden, things are mysterious, things are still in process, right? And moon is connected to waters, moon is connected to intuition, to emotion, whereas sun is the more masculine energy, the more what's seen, what's heard, what's understood clearly, what have you become aware of. And I forgot. You get the point. Okay, that's what's important. Working with our emotions, what you need to focus on during this lunar cycle is to work with your emotions, your deepest, your deep rooted, deep seated emotions. It is trauma work time, honey. For some real honey. That was bad. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I'm gonna go get the book for this. So, Bhuvaneshwari, goddess of space and infinite possibilities. I like that for you, group 2. You have learned the art of creating space and are experiencing the cosmos that exists inside of you. Bhuvaneshwari comes to you in deep meditation, in profound nature, in oceans, and in silence. Her stillness guides you to enter deeper into the cosmic web of potentials that exist for you in the present moment. Continue making time for whatever brings you to a point of total stillness. That is where your true self resides. Know that you are not just part of the earth, but know that you are not just part of the earth, but the earth is also part of you. And you are lovingly held by her presence. I'm going to read the reverse as well because I feel that might hit deeper. This is what you need to come into, what you need to cultivate, and I feel this is where you might be right now. Create space between your breaths and between your thoughts. Life can get a little too crowded, and Bhuvaneshwari is asking you to make space for your highest self to shine through. Notice your breath and its rhythms. Slow down each breath until you can feel the pause between inhales and exhales. Continue breathing deeply until it almost feels like you aren't breathing. The space have become longer and the breaths faint. This is how you experience the advanced state of meditation, samadhi. Ew, that was deep. And here's a mantra if you want a screenshot. Yeah, I personally don't. I'm not too much into mantras and stuff, but I don't know if you are into it. Go ahead, go crazy. I'm rooting for you, group 2. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is challenges you might face during. I mean, honestly, I think we kind of know what challenges you're gonna face, but oh, the candle went out. Let me light it up for you. I usually forget to light up the candles as I approach the ending of readings, but for you I'm gonna do it, group 2, right now because I know you need it. Okay, what are we looking at? Yeah, challenges you might face and how to tackle them for this lunar phase. Keepers of the Earth. Interesting. There were messages related to Earth for Bhuvneshwari. And balance. Even more interesting. Because look at the colors. I'm gonna keep it like this because this will come in the middle at the end. Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I feel like some of y'all could be Earth angels. And that you just don't realize it yet. Because now that I look at all the cards together, the Vessel, Bhuvneshwari, and Keepers of the Earth, the energy feels very grounded, very earthy. If you don't recognize yourself as an Earth angel, then I would say either you have really heavy Earth energy in your birth chart, so that would be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, I think, yeah. Or I don't know, I just feel like you have very something, like even though with your tarot it came through like you are highly intellectual and you overanalyze or overthink a lot, at the same time I feel your energy is like heavily grounded as well. And with the Keepers of the Earth, maybe you're being taken into a reminder of that. Now I was just reading the general energies, but let's look at why is it a challenge. What challenges you might face. I feel the challenge for you is gonna be in regards with opening up to the people around you, to have more trust and faith in the people around you, because I feel like the challenge is around being your authentic self, which can feel very vulnerable. So I feel opening up and letting your vulnerability rule out everything else. That's the challenge that you will be facing for this particular lunar phase. To recognize that you are not alone. To recognize that there are light beings working with you. And even more so, I feel like you are someone who is surrounded by a lot of wonderful people, but you need to just open your eyes and see. And I don't know, there's something familiar about you, group 2, because I remember in another reading I was twirling a section of my hair continuously while reading, which I don't do in my usual day-to-day life, and I'm doing that thing again. So I don't know if you're an old customer. Welcome to my tavern. Sorry, I just had to go and be silly to let you know that being silly is alright, having fun is cool, and bringing balance. Oh, that's my doggo. Bringing my trail of thought. Okay, if the challenge is, by challenge we mean the lesson, basically, by the way, which I'm explaining after the entire message has been given. But the challenge / message for this lunar phase is to explore your vulnerability, expressing your vulnerable self, knowing that you are not alone. Interdependence. Do you understand what that means? Like, interdepending upon the people around you. Trust is a huge thing for you, I feel like. I know you've been hurt in the past, who hasn't, but I feel you you've closed off yourself a bit too deeply. You're wanting to protect yourself a bit too deeply. And you may not consciously realize this, but this is your subconscious energy that I'm tapping into, I feel. And the way to tackle this is by bringing balance into your life. You know, if trusting feels like a issue, I don't know, maybe take baby steps. Maybe just start with communicating. Maybe something very simple about your life. If you don't want to go into what is something that bothers you, or something that's really deep, start by sharing. Oh, yeah, I think it's done. Start by sharing, start by communicating maybe simple things about yourself, like what did you have for breakfast, or something you really like cooking, or something you really like eating. I don't know why I'm getting food references, but maybe that's significant for some of y'all, okay? I mean, we did have a lot of honey and sweetness and whatnot, okay? But it's the balance thingy. I know I already gave the message, and I've already forgotten it as well. So let's move on. Finally, we're looking at magic that Luna has bestowed upon you during this lunar phase that you will be experiencing. And we have nothing will come of the situation. Void of course moon. Now, before you step out of this reading, we are not done yet. Let me decipher that for you, okay? You remember I spoke about the alignment thing? I feel this is exactly what that is. Look at the synchronicity. Moon, moon, moon. Circle, circle, circle. I feel this entire, all of the spirit guides, the light beings, even Luna herself. For this last one, I was channeling directly messages. I was channeling messages directly from Luna herself. So I feel like they're all pushing you towards the same thing. That right now you are off course, off track from where you're meant to be. And that is because this is something that needs to be worked on. These deep emotions, being vulnerable, allowing yourself to trust, to fall. I think it was group 1 where I gave the example of the fool trusting and falling. Yeah, it was group 1. Oh my god, it'll take me an entire eternity to find that card again. But I'm gonna do it for you. I'll try to be quick. Finally found it. Okay. The fool is 0, by the way. Again, a circle. Just pointing out a minor synchronicity. But hey, nothing is minor. Everything is there for a reason, okay? But do you see the fool's energy? How she has completely surrendered and let go with all the faith, and I don't know what courage liquor she has had, but hey, it's working. This is the energy that you need to embody, that you need to put yourself into. Group number 2. Where do I keep it? So right now, nothing will come of the situation is because these aspects are unaddressed at this moment. But don't take the meaning literally. with this card, what I feel is that Luna is also pushing you towards working on these things. And it's not the upper message that's significant, but the lower one, void of course moon. Okay, right now you're off track, you're off course in regards with where you're meant to be. And the magic that she's bestowing upon you is to push you into the right track, into the right path, which includes and involves addressing your deepest suppressed emotions and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And that's the power, that's the blessing that she's bestowing upon you. The energy of success and balance enters your life as and when she pushes you, she continues to push you into alignment with your soul path. Okay, I feel that's the whole crux of the message, the reading. Okay, thank you so much, group 2, for sitting with me through this, and I'm sending you so much love, light, and healing energy, and I really hope things work out for you. I really do. And I know that they will. Because if Luna is involved, if she herself is pushing you towards it, man, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride emotional wise, but trust me, the end game is, it's to die for, okay? Stick by, I forgot what I was trying to say. I was basically trying to say, stay with me on this ride. These are not my words. These are Luna's words, okay? Stay with her on this ride. But yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And don't worry, things will work out. Okay, let me know in the comments how the reading resonated, or in the future when you experience this whole transformation thing, and maybe you can come back and let me know how life is going for you, how life has been treating you, and if things changed and shifted for you or not. I would really love to hear from you, group 2. Thank you so much for being here. Consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel for more vulnerable readings. Vulnerable, get it? Anyways, yeah, okay, bye. Hello, group 3. That's my dog. Okay, if you chose this beautiful seashell thingy, this is your group, your reading, and let's get started. While shuffling, your energy felt very grounded to me, and it could be that some of you might be Virgos or Capricorns, which would be kind of fascinating since the full moon that I'm specifically reading for is entering Capricorn sign. But because this is a timeless pick a card reading, whenever you are watching and whenever the moon is going in whatever sign, it's totally fine. So don't worry about that too much. I just wanted to line up the synchronicity that I felt. And also, you don't have to be a Virgo or a Capricorn to select this pile, okay? So don't worry about that. It's just something that came when I was shuffling, like an extra message. Okay. Also, your cards came very quickly, like I asked the question and just like that's how the cards kind of came. Okay, let's just start. So if you missed the reading breakdown, that's where I go all over what we're gonna look at, but I'll be saying the questions as we read anyway, so let's just for my own sanity because I keep forgetting again and again. What were the questions that I wrote out? Wow, typical. Okay, so the first question that we're looking at is what have you created or manifested since the previous new moon? Okay, and we have the underworld. That is so interesting. You might have been drawn to group number one, but I feel your messages are going to be completely different. That's why you selected this group. Not because the messages are going to be different, but because your specific messages are going to be different. It's just the energy is slightly similar to group number one, if you know what I mean. Even if you don't, it's fine. Ignore what I said. Okay, let's see. Oh, the ladybugs kind of caught my eye. That is the ladybug, right? I can't tell. So something funny happened that just when I needed my specs, I realized I kind of misplaced it, and now I'm sitting without my specs, and I have to like literally look at each card zoomed in. So, not sure if that's significant for anyone, but felt like sharing, so yay. Okay, group 3. Have you summoned the underworld? What is this? No, it's don't worry. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Okay. Um, this is interesting. There are a lot of energies I'm feeling with the underworld. I don't know what you have been doing, but it seems like you have definitely piqued the interest of otherworldly beings in you. Maybe you're someone who has recently started communicating with the entities of the other realms and dimensions. If that is not something that resonates, then I feel maybe you've been sleepwalking. I specifically heard sleepwalking. Maybe it's something that you used to do, but it has manifested again. I also see goblins. I must say, group 3, I think you should get an energy cleanse for yourself. If you have a good local psychic healer or something, I would recommend getting your energy cleansed, or even a Reiki healer works, to be honest. But or if you can do it on your own, I think that would also be nice. Doing just incense cleanse or saying protection prayers. Maybe you've been having a lot of nightmares. Maybe you've been manifesting subconsciously. It's like it feels to me that okay, so messages are scattered, okay? So take what resonates. Something might apply to you, something might not apply to you. One of the things that I'm getting is that you were trying to manifest something, but the ritual or the process went awry, or whatever you were dabbling with did not work well, and now it's kind of you're in a zone where you have to face the consequences about that. That means it's I'm not gonna lie, the energy is a little um you do need to protect your energy more often. If you are someone who's been dabbling in with psychedelics or natural herbal medicine, or if you know what I mean, stop doing that immediately, please. If you're not a professional, or if you're not doing this under a professional, Don't do it at all. I'm going to give it to you clear and straight. Don't do it at all. The I I keep tapping into all the dark messages, so I to be honest, I'm the only bright side that I'm able to see in what you have manifested is that you have managed to open your communication to the other side, but you took the wrong path, basically. Or it kind of happened in a wrong way, unintentionally, and now you don't know what to do, or something like that. Okay, this is interesting and unexpected, I must say. Yeah, you definitely would have been attracted to group one. Let's read more from the guidebook. If up till now you feel no, this no, I have nothing to do with this shit, then you know this is not your group. Go watch some other group, please. This group needs some special baby attention, I feel. It's like I feel like you're a small student who's just like playing with scissors and it ends up cutting their own hair or the other person's dress or something, and I feel like the responsible teacher who needs to like sit with you and make you learn, like, see, these are scissors, they are sharp, you can cut anything, but that's why it's also dangerous. You need to realize how to use the scissors, so to say. You guys have definitely dabbled with some sort of herbal drugs. I can tell your energy is just hyping me up. Okay, I mean, I was already psyched up, but my own aura, I mean, okay, no druggies. But for your reading, it's a little too bright. I'm feeling a little too pepped up. No, which one is this? The Underworld 48 and 202. Yeah, I can never for the life of me read these Roman numerals. That's too much math for me. I mean, it's not even math, but it is kind of. Don't ask me. Number 3 and number 4 could be significant. 202 as well. That's the number over here, I think. Where's 202? I also just opened 222. Twos could definitely be important. Okay. The nightmare, the ordeal, nightmare. Did I say about dreams? I think I did say something about sleepwalking and nightmares. Okay. The nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. This is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dreams, images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not to scare you or anything. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be. While summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated, take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light, and our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. One of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Inanna's descent. Turns out descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. Search for images of a map of Dante's Inferno, what does the story of epic descent stir in you? When light, bravery, depth, facing off deepest fears. When dark, denial, suppression, evil, unconsciousness. Go deeper. If you want to go deeper, you can read Meeting the Shadow, edited by Connie Zweig and Jeremiah Abrams. Okay, interesting. It's because I think this is where the difference between group 1 and group 3 lies. For them, something similar came, but it also came with the awakening, the awareness bit. For you, I feel you went a little too crazy with whatever you were doing, and it's like I'm trying to make a magic potion and accidentally end up making something super powerful, which may or may not be good for me. You get what I'm saying? Now, on the other side, maybe if that is not what you resonate, but you do resonate with the, opening up to the other side and stuff, then maybe it's for you, you have manifested the lighter part of it, where you understand how the spirit realm works and you know your way through it. You know how to navigate your journey as a soul traversing through the spirit realm. So you are still in the safe zone. Thank you so much. But for those of you who are not and are kind of struggling with this, you first of all start using protection. Wow, that sounds so sex ed. But no, by protection I mean protection spells, okay? And protecting your auric body, your temple, so that no lower vibrational entity or energy who is not supposed to be in your house, in your temple, would, barge in without your permission. So there's a really nice protection prayer that I like to use, which goes like, I'll put it in subtitles as well. I am a child of light. I am love and action here. I invoke the light in my protection and only permit those who serve the light. I am protected and guided by light. This is one of the prayers that I dearly love. And another thing that you can do is call upon Archangel Michael, start working with him. He is the archangel who is regarded with the color blues, royal blues, and an archangel who wields a mighty sword and a shield and armor. He's like your knight in shining armor kind of a thing, except he's not a knight, he's an archangel. And he specifically helps souls here on earth. And there's a lot of stuff. I'm not able to categorize it, but basically he's usually called upon for protection of your auric body and to disconnect disconnect whatever, or cut off energetic cords with low vibrational entities or energies, even within the human race. Let's say if I have a toxic ex, just an example, then if I want to cut off any negative energetic cords with him, I can call upon Archangel Michael and help me do that, so that that person's energy does not affect me or impact me negatively in any way. Okay? And you can also call upon Archangel Michael's divine counterpart, who is Archaea Faith. She is the feminine aspect of Archangel Michael, and faith helps you to remove deep-seated fear, like the root cause of whatever fears you hold. So why this might also be important is because let's say if I'm way too scared, like, oh my god, what the hell did I do? And I'm just doing protection mantras here and then and everywhere, while awake, while asleep, and just in a frantic zone. That is also problematic, because what can happen is that, first of all, that signals that you don't have the immense trust and faith that the universe requires from you. Like, if you've said the prayer once, have faith in it, it's working. Okay. Number two, we live in a universe where there are certain laws of universe and function, right? And law of attraction, which is also known as law of mirroring, is one of the prominent laws in work in this earthly realm. So what happens is, even if you are currently not in alignment with a lower vibrational entity, if you still keep, in this case, if you still keep doing the protection mantras and constantly putting yourself in a protection vibrational energy, what you're also doing is signaling that there is something that you need to be protected from. And guess what? What happens then? Universe is like, oh, okay, there is something that you need to be protected from. Boom. They throw in, they match you up with lower vibrational entities that you need to be protected from. Do you get what I'm saying? That thing also happens. So don't do overprotection of yourself constantly. Learn to find a balance, to find trust within yourself and your spirit guides and your angels. I'm also being called to tell you about trickster spirits. This is not supposed to be this is not supposed to be an educational video group 3. I will make a separate video on this altogether later. But we are looking at what you have manifested since the new moon, and this may or may not be good for you. If you're someone who's learned to traverse through this, good for you. If you're someone who has not learned to traverse through this and you have gotten yourself in a huge mess, yeah, we need to sit at tea together. I don't even drink tea, but I'll just sit with you. Okay. So anyways, protection is a must. Now, that was my duty as a psychic medium to relay that information, so I did it, okay? But I'll give you a proper video on it some other time. Right now, let's get back into your reading. I don't want to I don't want to eat too much of your time or my time. I am kind of in a time crunch right now, so let's get this show on the road. Okay. So we know something you have ended up manifesting, and okay, you probably also know by now if this is your energy or not. And interesting why the seashell came for this instead of some crystal. Like, I was calling onto the crystals like, group 3, where are you? And no crystal responded. And then my guides led me to the seashell. I guess the ocean buddy is not afraid of being group 3's partner in crime for this reading. But okay, let's get to it. We're looking at what should you focus on cultivating next. Oh yeah, before I forgot. So, if you remember, I mentioned what have you manifested since the previous new moon. Okay, so in between the previous new moon till this current full moon, whatever you've manifested, this is that energy. And now whatever we're going to look at is going to be the next lunar cycle, which is from this full moon, the current full moon, till the next new moon. Okay, I forgot to mention that for group 2. I'll have to put it in subtitles, I guess. Okay, so we're looking at what should you be focusing on cultivating next. We have Ganesha. Wow, wowsies. This is, I mean, if you already don't know, I don't know what to say. And we have energy. Okay, this is very simple, straightforward. You need to... Now, it's okay if you don't believe in Hindu gods and goddesses. Uh, you don't have to take Ganesha at face value, but I would recommend calling upon Ganesha and working with him because he can actually help you with this underworld thing. He is known for his wisdom, and wisdom is the word that comes to my mind. There are a bunch of things as other things as well, but for you, I feel wisdom is the key word. That you need to control this. This is like an out of spiral. Um, if you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, you know those nasty baddies. I mean, the creatures. I saw Jujutsu Kaisen a long time ago. Okay, I don't remember, but basically the ghostly monsters that we have in Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like them going out of spiral in your surroundings and dancing around you. So, call upon Ganesha to like help you navigate how to use your wisdom tooth, which I don't think would have come for a lot of you. I'm sorry, I felt like joking because this energy is very tense and heavy, and I want to make your life more easier. So let's get moving. Okay, embodying the energy of Ganesha, calling upon his wisdom. Also, watch Elephant Whisperers. It's a documentary film. No, I forgot. Okay, it's a good film. Might be relevant. Go watch. Or you can just Google summary of it or something. I don't know. But I would recommend watching. Something might hit. Um, I'm because of all the flowers around him. I feel like embodying the energy of flowers, or working with Mother Earth is also gonna help you. So requesting Mother Earth to like help you cleanse out all the negative nasties and fill you up with positive, high vibrational healing energy. That's gonna be really, really helpful. Um, I also feel with the orange, your sacral chakra might be out of balance, or maybe your entire chakra system might be out of balance. So, look into Reiki healing or look into chakra healing meditations. Um, for now, I would suggest avoid deep sleeping meditations, even if they are chakra meditations, because understand that dream time your subconscious is open to the other world. Okay, a lot of stuff can happen. Make sure to protect yourself. Use that protection mantra before going to sleep. That's a mandatory for you. Okay, group 3. Okay, but with I'm hearing solar energy. Go out, go get out of your house. You need some sun power, baby. You need some sun power. You need solar energy to cleanse out whatever is hanging on to you or your surroundings. And just, you know, you are in charge of your temple, okay? If you say that I willingly and consciously release and disconnect with any lower vibrational entities inside me, around me, housing in me without my permission, I choose to eject them. Like literally visualize an eject button, be like, out! You're not allowed here. Do it with a lot of love and peace, not with such aggression, but you can remove them from your auric space just by saying it out loud, like literally. But you need to verbalize it because you need to realize you haven't given permission. Even if you have given permission, let's say, you can take away the permission. It's up to you. So you can say that I take away my permission and I demand these entities or lower vibrational energies to step out of my temple right now. And then just give a clap or a snap, and you will feel the difference in energy immediately. Okay. I'm gonna read for Ganesha just because there could be something more significant for you in there. So why not? I want to help group 3. Okay. Ganesha, god of new beginnings and remover of obstacles. You are at the beginning of a new venture that is going to bring you great joy and success. Ganesha has been removing the roadblocks placed before you, granting you a smooth transition into this very moment. These roadblocks do not exist outside of you, however, they are the vrittis, fluctuations of the mind, represented by his vehicle, the mouse. I forgot the Hindi name for the mouse. Mushak? Anyways, when you calm your wavering mind, you are able to overcome any obstacle. Ganesha will continue to bring you good luck, success, and harmony with the sweets of Ananda, which is basically joy. The awareness of your true consciousness as bliss. And reverse, has life been feeling a little more difficult than usual as you're faced with another obstacle each time you turn a corner? Ganesha, remover of obstacles, also places obstacles in the path of those who need to be reminded of their true nature. So maybe, obviously, nothing happens for a reason. You were meant to manifest this so that you could grow out of it, master it, in fact, and bloody hell, might as well change the world. By helping others, I mean, not in a bad way, okay? Because Ganesha coming is like a huge like good luck sign, like he is revered deeply in India, and even in other cultures. Like I know Japan also has Ganesha there, but like they don't worship him as Ganesha. I don't know exactly how they worship. I just know that it's a deity that's hidden, that it's not spoken out loud. Anyways, but you can also call upon Ganesha for protection as well. What else is significant with Ganesha? Wrecking my brain for you guys. I'm an Indian, but I don't follow Hinduism. I mean, I believe in all the deities and everything, but I'm not a religious person. I'm more into spirituality, so I'll just go with what feels right at the moment. But you can actually look up stories about Ganesha in Hindu mythology. That might be significant. That might be interesting for you to, like, his story is very interesting, so I think that might pique your interest and motivate you to actually go and work with him. Look it up on YouTube. Okay, but where were we? Ganesha, remover of obstacles, also places obstacles in the path of those who need to be reminded of their true nature. Ask yourself, am I living life out of my highest integrity? Am I using my skills to help the world? Am I sharing my passion and wisdom with others? Am I giving generously out of true compassion? Write an honest tally up of how you are doing in various areas of your life: career, relationships, community service, wellness, and spiritual practice. Note the things you could shift more focus to. Ooh, and this was about like shifting your focus more too. So maybe this is something you should do. Definitely you should do it. I'm not reading it just for the air to listen. It's for you, group 3. Listen. When Ganesha sees you are making an effort, he will begin his work of removing obstacles again. Okay. So, I'm being called to guide you a little for this underworld thingy once again. Once you do the removal of the entities who are not supposed to be there, protect yourself And I mean, actually do the protection first, then do the removal, then see if you feel the protection is needed again. But if it's not, it's fine. You've done it once, that's good enough. What you want to do next is cleanse your energetic aura and raise your vibrational frequencies, which will be determined by keeping your hygiene intact, eating high vibrant color foods, go vegetarian for a week. I don't care. Go vegetarian for a week, okay? And select food groups which are like of different bright colors. Wear bright colored clothes. Go out in the sun. Meditate. Meditate with Mother Earth. Go out into the nature and sit with her. Pray to your personal spirit guides to show themselves to you. Actually, don't do this right now, because there can be chances of trickster spirits trying to trick you into believing them, which we don't want. But if you feel that you have the capacity to do it, go ahead. Like, you know yourself best. I'm just a random girl on the internet. Not just a random girl, a good psychic medium and tarot reader. Okay, subscribe. Self-promoting. But yeah, if you feel intuitively, you know you are a strong, resilient soul, go ahead with your gut feeling, I would suggest. Because if you're someone who feel like you and mine energy are similar, then I give you my permission. Actually, who am I? It's fine. You know what? Go with your gut. Go with your gut instinct, but stay cautious. Take precautions. And what else? Yeah, if you're not sure about working with your spirit guides, you can call upon your angels, archangels, guardian angels, your archeis. Angels are always fun to work with. They will push you into ascension real fast. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, literally, it'll be very fast, and you'll be able to come out of this lower vibrational state like very quickly as well. So I would recommend working with angels first, and when you feel comfortable working with your spirit guides, then go ahead and work with them under the guidance of your angels. You can pray to your angels itself then to help you meet your spirit guides. And what you can do then is to create a secret code with them once you get to know who your spirit guides are, so that you know whenever you call upon them that these are my guides. Okay, now it's a secret code, so I would give you an example, but I can't reveal mine. So okay, it can be anything, like whatever you vibe with personally, I would say. Okay, let's look at... Sorry, I keep looking at my diary for like what question I've written next. I'm a little forgetful there. Okay. Yeah, challenges you might be facing and how to tackle them for this particular lunar cycle. So, from this full moon to next new moon, we have Soul Family. Oh wow, I love the color synchronicity. That's so similar. And Anxiety. Interesting. Now, don't panic. Perhaps I'm telling that to myself. But okay, call in your soul tribe. You don't have to do it alone. If you have people around you, go ahead and do that. That's the best thing. That is the best thing. Now, I hope you're not these are not partners in crime people, okay? No, you wanna go to veterans in this field, okay? Anyways, we are talking about challenges. So maybe you don't realize that your real soul tribe, your soul family is there with you, but because their light triggers your shadows, all you end up doing is projecting your shadow aspects and not being able to connect with them. So you will need to work on yourself. That's one of the challenges that you'll be dealing with. That's why the anxiety is there. It's like, look at what she's doing. She's connecting, like the two of them are connecting on a very intimate level, on a very intimate soul level. And this kind of thing takes a lot of guts, because you're completely allowing your energy to be vulnerable to the other person, and that can be anxiety prone. I mean, if you haven't worked on yourself, on your fears, your insecurities, your shadow aspects, then anxiety is sort of inevitable. So, your challenge for this, or your soul lesson, you can say, for this lunar cycle is to surrender. To surrender, allow yourself to be held by those around you. Even if, let's say, you don't have the soul family, soul tribe thing, even just normal, regular people around you who trigger you on a daily basis, pause, breathe, go within, introspect, and ask, what is it about this person that is triggering me right now? What did they say or what did they do that makes me hate them with all of my life? Once you figure out what that is, go within yourself and ask yourself, okay, what is, let's say, for example, it's I don't like how that person shouts at me. Or let's take a more simpler one. I don't like how that person looks at me. It looks judgy. So then once I know what is that something that I don't like about this person, then I'm going to go within and connect with my emotional body and ask myself, what is an aspect of me that feels judgy to me? Who looks at me in a judgy way? And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna. What the hell? Come on, throat! And I'm gonna go and meet that aspect of me and have a heart to heart with that aspect. Like, okay, when was the last time you felt this way? And then whatever memories float up, let them come, so that you become aware, okay, this is what this aspect of you was experiencing and why it felt the way it felt. In this case, the judgy thingy. Or and then you go ahead and proceed with asking, when was the first time you felt this way? And so then your emotional body might take you to the first time, the memory of the first time something happened that made them feel like you look at them in a judgy way. Again, we're talking about aspects within aspects, okay? So that means aspects within yourself. They all have different personalities, likes, dislikes, preferences. And we all have these multiple aspects. Okay, that's a whole another separate video on that. But if you want to know more about it, if you're interested, go ahead and watch Fragmentation by Teal Swan on YouTube. She explains it so beautifully. I have no words. Just appreciation for her. And gratitude. So you can go and watch that. Also, emotional body healing might be significant. Again, you can just go to YouTube and write emotional body healing by Teal Swan. I love her as a spiritual teacher, okay? I have learned a lot from her and grown a lot on my journey because of her teachings. And also because of my own willingness to apply them. But yeah. Go ahead. Check it out. But for the challenge and the lesson that you're dealing with this lunar cycle is to learn to sit with yourself vulnerably. This vulnerable message is kind of similar to group 2. If maybe some of you are drawn to that, I don't know. But I felt like sharing that. And again, we have flowers here. So definitely work with Mother Earth, flower goddesses. Look up flower goddesses or fairies who teach you about flowers, or botany, or angels who teach you about flowers and botany. Look them up, Google them up. That might be significant. I don't know why I said it that way. Okay, next, finally, we're gonna look at magic that Luna is bestowing upon you this this lunar cycle. And by magic we mean the powers, the strengths, or whatever Luna is gifting you this lunar cycle. Okay, and for you, group 3, we got actually 2 cards. You are the only group with the 2 cards. Lucky. I was gonna say lucky bastards, and then I was like, YouTube, Shubhi, YouTube, they have some policies. Anyways, it's time to take action, meditate, and contemplate. New moon in Aries and new moon in Pisces. Interesting. They kind of sit together well for you, I feel. I mean, the messages are pretty straightforward. Meditate and contemplate. I feel this goes well with this, and it's time to take action goes well with this. Even with the colors, see? The reddish tones and the bluish tones, except the anxiety one, but I like the magic that Luna is bestowing upon you. Aries energy for taking action, and Pisces energy for going within and introspecting. These are like 2 perfect energies that Luna is gifting you this lunar phase. If you don't know how the zodiac functions, you don't have to go too much into it because there's a lot of stuff and you don't want to overwhelm yourself. So just look up qualities and traits of Aries and qualities and traits of Pisces, and whatever you feel connects with you, take it, leave the rest. And because it says new moon, I have no idea right now. Maybe I'll put it in subtitles. What sign is the next new moon going to be in? But that'll be for like current this thing. But depending on whenever you are watching, you can just Google when is the next new moon and what sign is it gonna be in. You can just Google it up whenever you're watching this. But I'll put at the time that I'm recording, for that specific new moon, I will put it in subtitles as well. Just for you, group 3. Sorry, I like, I'm weird, okay? I like it. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm not getting any other extra messages, which is weird, but I feel at this time, I feel like you already have your cup or plate full, and it's like, this is it. Luna has given you straight into the face. Do this, take action for this, introspect for this. That's it. Okay, group 3, it has been a pleasure reading for you. I hope you stop doing the druggies if you do. For those who don't, please don't take offensive. I just like to chill and joke around, okay? Especially when the energies are so heavy. So, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know in the comments below how the reading resonated, or whenever you're able to take action for this and introspect for this, and how did that go for you. Come back later, next new moon or something, and do let me know in the comments below how has life been treating you. Okay, and yeah, consider giving me a like and subscribe for more vulnerable readings. Okay, group 3, I'll see you in my next video. Take care. I love you. Bye bye.